guys, I'm gonna be doing what if Goku was born into Super Saiyan 5 and was born overpowered. Sorry for not posting part 3 of what if Goku was born overpowered. I'm still working on that, but I'm gonna be doing this one for today. And we'll start off on year 737, like as the reason when Goku was born. And when Goku was born, his power level was at 0. But every time Goku, sometimes he cries, he would access Super Saiyan 5, or he will stay there for maybe some days, then he will stop again. And when they sense his power again now, they see his power is like 200 billion. And they are just surprised that Goku just 2 days ago he was at power level of 2. They call King Vegeta, and King Vegeta is like very, very mad, seeing that a Saiyan is stronger than his son, and he tells everyone to get out of that place, and he takes out Goku out of the incubation chamber, and he says nobody must be stronger than me or my son, that is a Saiyan. And he says, you low class Saiyan, and he tries to stab Goku. And when he stabs Goku, nothing happens, but Goku gets angry and accesses his he accesses overpowered power, and he goes to Ultra Omni Destroyer Goku, Ultra Omni God Destroyer Goku Super Saiyan 5, and flicks King Vegeta. Now, he did a little flick so King Vegeta couldn't die, giving him a warning. And now, when he accesses Legend Omni power, Zeno feels this and says, that power, it's familiar. I sense it. I've sensed it before. And Zeno remembers his father telling him about the legendary Omni King, the first Omni King that was a Saiyan, and he would be reincarnated in some billions or trillions of years. And Zeno is surprised that he's finally here, because when he showed him that power, Zeno's father also showed him how to say. So showed him the say when he was powering up, he could actually sense it even if he wasn't there. And when Zeno saw that, everyone else also sensed it. And Beerus, before he went back, he was gonna go to sleep, and he sensed it and says, Whis, what was that? And Whis says, well, my lord, it was one of the Saiyans. And when you were and Beerus saying, what, a Saiyan having that much power? That's impossible. And in Frieza's planet, he was going to destroy the planet, and when Bardock sees King Vegeta down and sees a knife there, and Goku is glowing, being angry, he sees King Vegeta was trying to kill Goku, and he takes Goku to a port to send him away. On Frieza's spaceship, they sense a power level over over 20 million. It was still rising. And Goku here is born with Destroyer Key, Angel Key, Legendary Super Saiyan Key, Omni Key, Legendary Omni Key, because he's the Legendary Omni King. And Goku, and when they sent up a power level of 20 million, they're like, and this is the power level, as Frieza got scared and says, I'm gonna destroy this planet right now. Nobody's going out. I don't care. And when Bardock sees Frieza's spaceship, and he knew that his vision is coming true. Frieza is actually gonna destroy the planet, and he sends Kakarot away. Now, instead of Goku going to planet Earth, he didn't have a location to go to, since Bardock was in a hurry. Didn't even send him anywhere. He just sent the spaceship away. As the spaceship was going and going, and this spaceship was going and going, as Beerus goes to planet Vegeta. When he sees it, it's destroyed. He says, maybe that power is destroyed now, or it wasn't even the power. maybe it was just a glitch or something with sense that was passing away, or the Omni King or something. And here Goku has been going for about 2 months now. Even though Goku has been going for about 2 months, his power has been growing and growing and growing. His power now is about 500 trillion, and it's been growing the whole time. And Daishinkin says, "My lord." Remember, Daishinkin says, "My lord, there's a spaceship there's that spaceship that you said that power, you've sensed it before. It's been going it's been going for months now. It's been 3 months since it's been going." And Zeno says, "Okay, Daishinkin, bring it here." And Daishinkin says, "Yes, my lord." And Taishingen uses this stuff and changes the air. And since the spaceship wasn't going anywhere, he just it just makes a portal, and the spaceship goes in that portal and goes to Zeno's world. As Taishingen catches the spaceship before it crashes. Now, when Goku comes out, he sees where he is, and when he sees where he's wondering where he is. When he sees Zeno, he starts smiling, and Daishingen has been holding. When Daishingen was holding him, when he sees Zeno, he starts smiling, and he says, Zeno, trying to get to Zeno, and he says, What did you say? Zeno, and as Daishin says, "Well, my lord, you see he's calling you Zeno." Zeno says, "Oh, that's nice." And Daishin, or the Omni King, says, "Okay, I need you to train him. Daishin." And he says, "Well, my lord, I have a question to ask you. Why did you say these powers you sense was familiar?" He says, "Well, my grandfather, my father, and when I was young, and my grandfather showed me the first Omni King who has ever lived, and the one who made us, the Omni Kings, my ancestors' Omni King. It was a Saiyan, the first person to have ever lived. He was a Saiyan. When he made my first ancestor, he made, since he was bored, living alone, he made him and created the universe. As after he created him, he says he will pass on, but he will be reincarnated every time. He will be reincarnated in some billions or trillions, or in a long time. And they've been telling the story to every Omni King. Now it passed to him, and this Omni King, and the legendary Omni King, has been born again. And Daishin says, "Okay, my lord, now I see why." And Daishin says, "Okay," and he takes Goku to the divine angel hyperbolic time chamber, saying, "You're gonna train here." But first he teaches him about the multiverse, that they are angels, they are destroyers, they're about the multiverse and everything else. And now when Goku is 3 years old, Daishingen says, "Well, Goku, now it's time for me to train you." And when he starts to train, Goku starts training, and now he's been in his Super Saiyan 5 state ever since he got his power level boosted, and he was still there in that Super Saiyan 5 state and training with Daishinkin, and he's been training this whole time. After 3 years of training, Goku is 6 years old, and he has already unlocked his Destroyer Key and Angel Key, and Goku is at a power level of 500. Is a power level of 500 octillion. Right, I'm back. Goku has skipped the power level of hexatillion and septillion to octillion, and here he was even stronger than the destroyers now, far beyond them. and he was like a little stronger than the angels, but not that much. And Goku keeps on training and training and training until he unlocks his angel key, and he gets to a power level of 200 nonillion, and he just surpasses the angel with the angel at like 1,000 times weaker than Goku. And Goku keeps on training and training. After 6 years, Goku is 12 years old now, and he's been training with Daishinkin. And now Goku, at the age of 12 years old, is already getting to Daishinkin's power level. Now you guys might be thinking, that's too much for Goku, but Goku is born with Super Saiyan 5 and is the legendary Omni King, so he is very strong. But this is just him as a baby, and Daishinkin has been training him, and Goku's sometimes been playing with Zeno, and Zeno telling him about the other Omni Kings, that he is the reincarnation of the legendary Omni King, and Goku been learning about that and other stuff. Now now Daishinkin trains Goku and says, Goku, as Daishinkin says, Goku, are you ready to be training to the divine power of Ultra Instinct and the others? And Goku says, yes, I am. And Daishinkin says, well, Goku, I'm gonna be training you for 7 years straight. You won't be playing with Zeno, and I've told my Lord Zeno that you won't be playing with him for 7 years, because this power you're gonna train intensely. Goku has already unlocked his legendary Super Saiyan key, and he gets stronger and stronger and stronger every day. So Goku and Daishinkin start training for intensely for 7 years. As they've been training, 7 years passes. As Goku, I think he's about 19 years old. Yeah, I think he's 19 years old. And he has been training with Daishinkin, and he's already surpassed him now. Daishinkin is nowhere close to Goku, as Goku has almost unlocked all of his form. He's unlocked his Omni power, but not his legendary Omni power. Goku has to train by himself to do that. And after those 7 years, Goku, after those 7 years, Goku gets out of the hyperbolic time chamber tired and says, woohoo, that was amazing, Daishinkin. And says, we've been training for 7 years straight outside the world and outside the real world and inside there. And Daishinkin says, well, Goku, you took me down. You are very strong now. You're far beyond my power. And Goku's power level here now, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna say it right now, guys. His power level is at 800 duodecillion. Now that's stronger than decillion and undecillion. You might be thinking that's too much, but if you've actually searched the power levels, there are a lot of power levels stronger than duodecillion. And Goku is trains and trains. He's 19 years old, and he gets out of the hyperbolic time chamber, and he goes to eat. And even Daishinkin here is hungry, since they haven't been eating they haven't been eating like they eat. And when Daishinkin teleports some food here, they see it like it was like a giant meal, like more like when Goku is eating at Bulma's house, but that food is like times 20. And when they were like their stomach starts scrolling, and they like were hungry, and they start eating and eating and eating until they finish their food and they are full. Now Zeno's guards have been looking at them, and their mouths were like and Goku says, what? We've been there for 7 years. What do you expect us to do? Here it's been 7 years, but there it's been 700 billion years. What do you think? And Goku here is a deity. and also immortal. He's a deity, and he's not easy to kill, and you can't swap his body with anyone. Even if you could try how many times, even the Super Dragon Balls can't change Goku's body. And Goku says, "Hey guys, it's you two Zenos guys. How would you like to have a spar? Have a spar with me? How about me and Taishinkin?" And Taishinkin been training with Goku, and he's been training Goku. After 5 years, Goku surpasses Daishinkin, and they start sparring now and training. And as they say, he says, okay, guys, we'll train with you, thinking that they're still superior, very superior than Goku. And Goku and Zeno says, this is going to be fun, knowing that Goku can just punch them with just one punch. They will pass out. And there they go. And Taishinkin says, since I know how powerful you guys are, that you guys are stronger than me, I will go to my full power right straight away. And Daishin goes to his full power and says, let's go. As he takes the other one, and Goku just powers up to 10% of his he goes to his base form now. He can control his Super Saiyan 5 and goes to his base form and says, let's go. And Goku only uses about 2% of his base power and starts and Zeno's guard, one of Zeno's guards, saying, are you joking? You think you can take me with your base? And he starts attacking Goku with its full power. Goku, when he goes to attack Goku just stops him with one finger. And that guy is surprised, starts attacking Goku. And after some time, Daishinkin has been fighting that one, and Daishinkin and that one's fight only lasted 2 minutes. When Daishinkin went to his full power, he also went to his full power. They started sparring until Daishinkin just punched him so hard that he just passed out. And when he woke up, they saw that they were gonna start fighting, and Goku has been blocking him with one finger, and they have been just fighting this whole time. After about 30 minutes, Goku says, I've had enough blocking you. And he just takes his hands back, and he takes both of his hands back to his back, and he starts dodging and dodging and dodging. Then he just puts his foot just in his chest. After that guy flies away, and when he comes back again, Goku just taps him in his forehead, and it just passes out. Now even Daishinkin is scared because he's been training with Goku. Goku's been in his Super Saiyan 5. He's never seen Goku in his base form, and Goku has been suppressing that Super Saiyan 5. He just went to it, and he's been suppressing and he's been training Daishinkin with it. And after some time, our Zeno says, wow, Goku, that was amazing. And Goku heals the other Zeno's guys since he knows how to heal people and stuff. And Goku never loses energy. He's like an android. He never loses energy. Unlimited stamina. Goku now, as Daishinkin says, he says, wow, Goku, training with you gets me a lot more stronger than I thought I could be. As Zeno said, since Goku, you've beaten my guards, now it's time for it's time for the real battle to start. As Goku says, you sure, Zeno? And Zeno says, yes, I am, Goku. As Zeno just starts powering up, and he goes to his universal form, and he says, now Goku, let's do this. As Goku powers up to his Super Saiyan 5 full power and says, it's on. And with both of their hands at their back, but punches are going on. no one can see them. No one can see them punching each other because their punches they are so fast that they can't even see them, thinking that maybe they are using their eyes to attack, but they are actually using their hands. But no one can see that. Even their God saying, the Omni King is getting a lot stronger than he was. We would usually see his punches, but now it's another thing. As Daishin says, yeah, even I could see his punches, but now it's unbelievable. And they say, Goku, he's even taking on Zeno, and Goku is like, Goku when going to his full power, Zeno in his full power, they start attacking each other. And Zeno powers up a giant Omni Blast, and Goku stops it and blocks it with one hand and disperses it. And it says divine. It says divine blast, and it goes to Zeno. Zeno first thinks he can stop it with one hand, but that blast just goes and starts powering, starts overpowering. It goes with two hands and starts powering up, and Goku just says, and snaps his hands and says, it's over, and the blast explodes, and Zeno is like, wow, Goku, you've gotten a lot more stronger than I thought that you could be, and Zeno here, let's say after Goku's been training with the gods, and he's been in his Super Saiyan 4, his power is like very powerful. That's Goku's true power in his primal instinct 3 is a power level of Goku in his Super Saiyan 5 is in his quintessilian, and Zeno here is a quadrodecillion, as Goku is like far superior. Zeno in his quadrodecillion now is at the power level of 900. Goku is at the power level of 800 quintessilion. But Goku was actually using a quadrodecillion here at Zeno's power. And when he goes to quintessilion, he just powers up the divine blast and takes down Zeno. Zeno saying, wow, Goku, you've gotten far, far stronger than thought you could be. And Goku says, yes, I have. As Zeno says, since I have to train again. And as Goku says, you sure do, Zeno. And Goku says, well, even if I've trained here, even if I like this place, he says, it's time for me to go on my own journey. As they say, we understand, Goku. As Goku says, yeah, but don't worry, Zeno. I will always come to visit you. And you, Daishinkin, this place is the only place I would actually train right and not actually shake something or destroy it. And they say, okay, Goku, we'll see you later. You say, Goku, we'll see you. As Goku starts going, as Goku was about to go, as Goku was going, and now Goku saying, bye, see you guys, and Goku goes and starts saying, since I was born in Universe 7, let me just go there, and he travels. Goku knows the Kai, but he uses he knows that Daishinkin's one, where he can just open the portal and goes there. And Goku goes to Universe 7. Whis senses him and goes to him exactly and says hello and says hello and says, Goku saying hello, yes, saying, how do you know my name? Says, well, I know every angel's name. And Whis says, who are you? And says, I'm Goku. Says, Goku, who's that? As Whis says, Goku saying, I'm the Saiyan you sensed there when I was on year 737. As Whis says, what? That was you? says Goku says, yes, Whis, it was me, but I'm not here to in Beerus's planet to train or something. I'm far beyond the angels. As Whis says, are you sure about that, Goku? As Goku saying, oh, I see you underestimating me. Just is underestimating me. I'm far beyond you. Ask your father if you think I'm lying. How do you know about the Grand Priest? He says, because I've been training with him and I've been training him for the past 7 years that I've been there. Zeno's Palace. As they say, Zeno's Palace? You? As he starts trembling now and saying, okay, says, okay, Goku, I'll see you later then. As Goku says, Goku says, okay, Whis, I'll see you later, but now I'm going to a planet. I'm going to explore this universe. Goku first goes to planet Yedred, and he starts training. He starts learning the Four Spirit Vision. Even if Goku knows it, just wanted to upgrade it a little bit. He knows the instant transmission. He knows the healing technique. And he goes to planet Earth, and Goku, I think since he's 19 here, he sees that King Piccolo here. This is that there's a man. This is that a man here is been ruling this universe, and there's a war happening, and this war is between the androids and King Piccolo. Now, since Goku was in here on planet Earth, the Earth was being in danger, and Gohan is not dead yet since he didn't raise Goku. And Goku sees Gohan, Master Roshi, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Chichi, Bulma, and in this King Piccolo was busy fighting the androids here, and not he was fighting the androids, and the androids that he was fighting was Cell. Since here Dr. Giro was I made Cell and absorbed it, and blah blah blah, and yada yada yada, and here and when Goku sees this, he says, time stop, snaps his hand, and he takes them to Kami's lookout and taps Kami, and Kami unfreezes and says, what is this power I'm sensing from you? What are you? And says, as Goku says, that it says as Goku says, it says Goku, as Kami says, you seem like a deity. As Goku says, yes, I am. And says, but that is not what I'm here for. I'm here to stay in this planet and protect it. And it seems you have not been doing your job lately. And Goku, as Kami says, I'm too old to even fight now. Says Goku says, you could have wished for youth, eternal youth. As Kami says, wow, I've never thought of that. And says, I'm sorry, but Goku says it's fine, I'll handle this. And Goku here unfreezes all the Z fighters. They see that, says, hey Kami, what's going on? Why? I thought we were just at the battle right now. As Kami says, don't worry, someone else is handling it. Saying, what? Someone else stronger than us? As Kami just smirks and says, you don't know what that person is, and starts shaking a little bit. And Goku here says, resume time. And when they start fighting, when they see as Goku saying, enough of this, as they say, as King Piccolo says, Larsen says, what are you gonna do? As Cell says, seems another human's coming to stop us from our fight. As they just says, how about we can team up for this one and kill it together? Now they agree, and Goku smiles and says, come at me with all you got. As they start attacking Goku, and the other fighters are Kami made like a mirror that they can see the fight there. As they just say that guy's gonna get killed, as Goku just doesn't do anything. He just puts his hands back and lets them hit him. As Goku saying, is that all you guys can do? Because if it is, then you're wasting my time here. As Cell powers up a giant Kamehameha wave, and Piccolo and King Piccolo powers up that's a special beam cannon. I don't know what was it called then, but it was I know it's a special beam cannon. And they just power it and blesses at Goku, and it mixes as Goku here lets it hit him, and it just plays with them now, and this is like ah and says, wow, you guys actually got me. As they just laughing and just Goku saying, lie, I'm just lying. You really think you can defeat me that easily? And that blast just tickled me. And just like tickled me like tiny little feathers. And they're like, huh, what is this guy? As Goku just goes in front and goes fast in front of them and just taps their head and they just disintegrate. And before King Piccolo disintegrates, he spits out an egg, and Goku just takes that egg. Goku takes that egg and brings it to Kami's lookout and says, as Kami says, what is this? Says, this is Piccolo's egg. You take care of it, and I will finish this. And Goku says, as Goku says, time stop again, and Goku snaps his hand at the time stop again, and it defeats all the androids. On the other side, the Pilaf gang also here was about to wish for. The Pilaf gang was about to wish to rule the whole universe, the planet Earth, as Goku says. As Goku destroys all the androids, and when Pilaf was about to make his wish, Goku says, I wish to restore all the damages that were created by King Piccolo or anyone else that damaged this planet to be restored, and everything else, even the people that died. Shinron says, it shall be done. Because Shinron sensing Goku's power, and he's feeling that this guy he is far beyond what I can think of. As Goku here says thank you, Shinron, and they see that that it's been restored, and the Pilaf gang just starts to run away when it just starts to getting angry as Goku just flees. Goku just says, just with his mouth just like breathing, and says and sneezes. When he sneezes, he takes the Pilaf gang far away, and he just smiles and says pathetic. And when Goku goes up, he sees Chichi and the Ox King and the others. As Kami says thank you, as Goku says Chichi, is when Goku sees Chichi also sees him, and they start to have feelings for each other. And Goku says, will you marry me, Chichi? As Chichi says yes. And Goku, yeah, also has that power when old Zeno, that power that old Zeno can create anything from that parallel universe. He also has that power to open that portal or anything, to create that power. As Goku says, hey Kami, would you mind upgrading? Would you mind? As Kami says yes. Goku says, would you mind upgrading the hyperbolic time chamber so you can train anytime you want, and and also upgrade the Dragon Balls. Can only do one wish. As make it, you can wish for someone. You can wish for someone for only one. You can only wish for someone only like dead for 1 year or something. You can actually wish for someone. You can actually upgrade it, and you can wish for anyone, even if he was dead 7 years ago or something. You can wish for him. And Kami says, okay, as he upgrades everything, as Goku says, Chichi, will you marry me? As Chichi says yes. As Goku makes a very nice diamond ring with a gold circle, and as this like, what was that? Says, wait, Goku, did you steal that or something? As Goku says, no, I made it. As Goku gives it to Chichi, and Chichi just puts it on, and it fits him nice, and says, as Goku says, well, I like training, and I know you might not like me training. As Chichi says, yeah, I might not a little bit, but I can let you train. Now they get married, and they have a son named Gohan. Gohan, being the son of a legendary Omni King, is born with the God Key, but not the normal God Key. He's like born with a divine God Key. It's like 100 times more powerful than the normal God Key. It's like when an angel uses Super Saiyan God. And since he's a hybrid, he is born with a half deity. He is like a half deity and a half mortal. So like he is immortal like his father, but he's a half deity. And Goku says, Chichi, I'll be right back. I'll just have to show someone our son. As he opens the portal and goes to Zeno's world. As Daishingen says, wow, Goku, it's been about 2 years since we've seen you. As Zeno says, Goku, hi, I've missed you, Goku. As Goku says, I've missed you too, Zeno. And he says, who's that? He says, it's my son. As Zeno says, wow, your son is very powerful. As Daishingen says, wow, Goku, he's born with a lot of potential. I know he's not born with a potential stronger than yours, but he is born with a lot of potential. As Goku says, yeah, I know, this boy is amazing. As Gohan here is 2 years old and says, hi, Zeno. As Zeno says, what? He knows my name. As Goku says, well, I've been telling him about you since you're like a very kind guy. And he bows to Taishin and says, you must be my dad's teacher. He says, yes, I am, but your father surpassed me a long time ago, boy. And Gohan just laughs and says, I know, he's told me all about it. And Goku says, well, guys, I'll see you later. As Gohan has been studying and all the other stuff, Goku is saying you'll train him when he's 3 years old. First, Chichi being arguing with Goku and stuff, saying Gohan needs to train, he needs to be a scholar, and Goku can't train every day, he needs to take care of the kids. Goku thinks of an idea. First, it is Chichi's mind, and when he reads it, this is that maybe Chichi will want to have wealth, and Goku makes like 150, like 998 trillion zennies, and Chichi and Goku says, Chichi, I'm gonna make a surprise for you, but if I make the surprise, will you let me train? And Gohan also train? As Chichi says, if it's good, yes, I'll let also Gohan train. As Goku say, this is going to let me train forever. As Goku here is like, he also trained with the Z fighters for some time, but Goku likes to train with himself to unlock his true power. But he's been training with the Z fighters. Krillin been training for Goku for 2 years, having a power level now of about 36,000. Tien at 32. Yamcha at 30, Master Roshi at 26, Grandpa Gohan at 29, and that's all. And Goku goes to a place where they sell those big, nice mansions. Goku says, I would like to buy the land and this house. As they say, yes, you can have the land and the houses. Goku says, I'm not like this land, and says, I want to cut the land in a square and this house. They say, okay, that will be 100 million zennies. As Goku says, okay, as he gives them a bag of 100 million zennies, and that would be like 90 million zennies. No, let's say 100. That's not a lot of money, but it is a lot. And Goku gives them that money. And they were surprised that someone, they say, you know what? I think it's 500 million zennies. As Goku says, don't play with me. As they get a little scared. And Goku takes their house. And when he takes their house, Chichi and Gohan, he goes in the morning, very early in the morning. He goes to Chichi and Gohan, and when they were still sleeping, Goku makes digs like a giant square big hole there, and makes let's say he goes to another place, more like, let's say, not far away from Bulma's house, but a little far away. And he puts that house there with a square. And Goku says, as Goku puts his house and says, perfect. And he puts some sand and cement, and he makes some trees and a giant big gate. And he makes some cars, nice, beautiful cars there, and some stuff, and some books and things for Gohan to learn. And at about 6, Chichi and Gohan are awake, and they're like waiting for Goku. And Chichi says, Goku, where have you been? We've been waiting for you. Says Goku saying, don't worry, Chichi, I've been summoned. As Goku says, don't worry, Chichi, I have the surprise for you. As Chichi says, it better be good, Goku. As Goku takes them and an instant transmission, and Goku opens the portal and he takes them to their new house and says, as Goku says, Chichi, welcome to your new home. As Gohan is like, wow. She says, Goku, is this for me? As Chichi saying, yes, and he says, check your bank account. As Chichi says, 500 billion, 1,000 billion zennies, 200,000 billion zennies. As she's like, wow, Goku, I have 2,000 billion zennies. How did I get this? Goku says, it's the surprise, Chichi. As Chichi saying, okay, thanks, you can go train now and stuff. As Gohan says, wow, how didn't I get a surprise? As Goku says, since Gohan you like reading, wants to be a scholar, I've bought some books and the learning thing. Yeah, you can do like engineering and stuff, but when you're 3, we're gonna start training. As Goku says, I'm gonna go to the gravity room. As Goku goes to the gravity room. This gravity room has Goku built it himself here, since he's not stupid or something. He built it, the gravity room. He built it himself. It has like unlimited gravity. It could stop at about a lot of gravity. As Goku trains about 998 times normal gravity, and 998 million times normal gravity. Let's say a trillion times normal gravity. Goku starts training, and Goku gets about very strong here. Since I said his power will be about quintillion, since I said something like that, Goku trains, and Gohan now, a year has passed. Goku has been also training that in that gravity room. After a year passes, Gohan here is like smart now. He's like, I don't even think Gohan needed now to even learn things. Since Goku just bought some books, he even bought the adult books and stuff. Gohan has been learning physics and stuff, and Gohan is like super smart, very, very smart. He's like Goku. Goku here is very, very smart. And Goku here ends as Gohan says, Dad, I'm ready to train and I'll train for you and I'll train with you for all the years. As Chichi says, but Gohan, what about your studies? Says, Mom, I've learned all the books in the world that no one could even teach me. If I go to school now, I could answer all the questions. I could answer all, even the adult questions. As Chichi says, well, I'm very surprised, Gohan. You have spent about a year learning, and Gohan says, yes, because of my father and an alien, I can read very fast. I can read very fast and learn quicker. As Gohan says, let's train, Dad. As Goku trains Gohan for about 2 years, trains for Gohan for about 2 years. Let's say Gohan's power level as a child was at 50 trillion. Now he's at about 500 quadrillion. 500 quadrillion. He starts training. Gohan is 5 years old now and he's very powerful. Goku here, since he was at the power level of, Goku, since he was a power level of quintessilion, he passes the power level of hexadecillion and goes to a power level of, I forgot now. He's at the power level of septendecillion. And that's very strong, and it's not near the true Goku's power. He's been unlocking his Omni Key and getting very strong, and he is very strong. He is the strongest person in the whole multiverse, but Goku is seeing that even if he's that strong, he still needs to train to actually unlock his true power. And here as the spaceship is going, Goku being here for about 5 years now. He's about 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. He's 24 years old. And Goku has been training with Gohan for about 2 years now, since Gohan was 3. As Gohan has already mastered his Super Saiyan Blue and his Super Saiyan God, and went to Super Saiyan God 2 and 3. Goku being amazed, and also went to his Super Saiyan Blue. Gohan now is at his Super Saiyan Blue. As Gohan saying that maybe he'll train with the Z fighters and also train by himself in the gravity room. Goku can train in the hyperbolic time chamber. As Gohan says, he'll train in the gravity room by himself. Goku saying, okay, son. As Goku, as when they get out, they went to bath and change, and they were eating, and they were going to meet with the other ones. When Goku and Gohan were saying, race to Master Roshi's house, to Master Roshi's island, since they know the island like in their brain so quickly, and the fighters are there. As they say, as Gohan says, no flying. As Goku says, no flying. They says, as Chichi says, well, see you guys later. As they say, you're not coming. Chichi says, nah, I'm gonna stay home and relax. As Bulma comes to Chichi and says, hi Chichi, they're already going. As Chichi says, yeah, it says, as Bulma says, you ready for the spa? We ready for the spa? We're already. As Goku and Gohan says, as they say, women. As they just said, Goku says, go, and Gohan goes so fast. As Goku just prepares. It says, prepare yourself, son. As Goku just takes one step and was already behind Gohan. And Gohan says, Oh, come on, Dad. Even if I started first, you even can beat me. As the Z Fighters were seeing, says, hey, what's that over there? And says, Krillin saying, whoa, is that Gohan? And Goku running in water? They say, well, you can't say they can't, as they've been running and running and running, as Goku just goes and passes Gohan and says, haha, beat you again. Gohan seeing that what he's beating me as while running, transforming into his Super Saiyan Blue and goes to like maximum speed. And he goes and Goku says, well, we never said you can't transform, so I'm gonna let you as Goku. As Goku has been using about minus 100 of his speed, and he uses about minus 99, and just faster than anything you will see. Gohan just sees the water like, whoa. And when he goes to when he goes to the Master Roshi's island and lands and says, did I beat that or what? As Goku says, no, you didn't. Saying, not fair, Dad, not fair. I'm guessing you use 99% of your speed. Goku says, yes, but I could have beat you in 100, but I thought I would go a little faster, as they say. Gohan says, fine. As the spaceship was approaching now, and the spaceship lands, as Goku says, do you feel that, guys? Even Gohan says, oh, it says, it's a Saiyan, but he's pretty weak. As Gohan just saying, he's pretty weak. And Goku saying, yeah, but what are Saiyans doing here? And before Goku left, Bardock told Raditz that his younger brother might go to a planet called Planet Earth. So if one day he want to recruit Goku, he should actually first check Planet Earth, because the spaceship, I think it was going nowhere, but it might go to a planet called Planet Earth. As Raditz senses tries to check the scout, as he sees, as Goku says, Goku says, go and suppress your power as low as you can, and suppress your power as low as you can. And says, they say, should also ask. Goku says, you can leave it if you want. As Raditz senses the power level, and it goes to. And oh, I forgot Piccolo. Piccolo here is at Kami's lookout. He's been training by himself, and his power level is at 50. Is at 50,000. He first senses a power level of 30. First senses a power level. He says, as his scout says, he senses a power level of 20,000, and it goes to 29, and it goes to 30, and it goes to 32, it goes to 33, then it goes to 800, then it goes to 900, then the scouter goes up and it sees 50,000, and as already says, the power level of 50,000 should be Kakarot, but I'm gonna first check these ones. As Piccolo senses this and says, wow, someone is going to Goku, and he's not from this planet. I think he's from Goku's planet. As Kami says, yes, he is, and says, well, if he's here for a fight, then he's here to die. As Piccolo, since sometimes Goku taught him the instant transmission here, instant transmission's there, and when his scouter senses the power level of 50,000, he sees that the power level went to that place and says, oh, so I think Kakarot went to that place, so it gave me an easier way to get him. Is when he arrives there, he sees the power level of 20. He sees the power level of 26. You see, it's Master Roshi, and this is the power level of 29. It's Grandpa Gohan, and this is the power level of 30. It's Yamcha, and 32 is Tien, and 36 is Krillin, and the 50,000 power level is the Green Man Piccolo. As this is the power level of 900 at Goku, at Gohan, and 800 at Goku. As Raditz says, "What, Kakarot? How are you this weak? Even these humans are stronger than you. Even your son, I think that even my nephew is stronger than you." As says, because he sees the tail, and the young boy says, even this boy, my nephew, is stronger than you. As Goku saying, well, they they are not suppressing their power. This is actually their power. Me and Gohan, we've been suppressing our power this whole time. As they say, what is that? It says Goku says, I've learned something called suppressing your power. That if you sense it, it would be like a little weak, thinking maybe he's weak, but I've been suppressing my power this whole time. As Reddit says, doesn't matter. Kakaroyan says, still you're weak. As Goku says, you'll be surprised. And Goku here, as Reddit says, okay, Kakarot, enough with the talking. I'm here to recruit you. As Goku says, recruit me for me to join you and Vegeta and that Nappa guy to kill Frieza and kill planets. As Goku says, not a chance. It says, if you're gonna kill Frieza, I may help you with that, but I'm not gonna go with you to Vegeta giving me orders. Why would I listen to a weakling? Vegeta hearing this gets pissed off and says, Raditz, kill Kakarot. He says, wait for us. And if you want, you might just enjoy killing his friends. Raditz here is at a power level of, he's not stronger than Piccolo, but he's at a power level of 48. Vegeta is at a power level of about 80,000. Nappa is at a power level of 50. Is at a power level of, let's say Piccolo is at the power level of 55,000, and Nappa is at the power level of 450. As Nappa says, yeah, make sure you leave some for me. As Raditz says, with pleasure. As when he was about to attack the others, the fighters, Goku says, Gohan. As Gohan just, like, even if he's suppressed, the suppressed power is like you're hiding your power. It's not like you just lowered your power to be weak. You just hid it so no one could think that you're a weak. When he goes to attack them, Gohan just stops it with one finger and says, I was right. As it just with that one finger, it just slaps him with the one finger as Raditz gets flying away to another island that no one even uses. As before he is about to fly away again, Gohan goes behind him and kicks him to Master Roshi's island. When he went there, he powers up a giant Kamehameha wave, a one-hand Kamehameha wave, and kills Raditz. Z fighters seeing Gohan's power like, whoa, he is beyond stronger than us. As Piccolo saying, he's that strong a child. As Piccolo saying maybe he's not even stronger than me anyway. As Goku laughs and says he wouldn't stand a chance. As now Piccolo just gulps and says, okay. As they say, as Raditz before he dies, it says, be positive coming out before Gohan powered up that one and Kamehameha wave. When he landed there on, let's say he landed on Master Roshi's planet, but Gohan threw him up and powered up the Kamehameha wave. He says the Saiyans will be coming in 1 year. They've heard everything. They've heard everything about you suppressing your power and what you said about Vegeta. As Goku says, well, let them come. Before Krillin was about to say, even if they come and defeat us, we'll just wait for the Dragon Balls. As Goku says, don't say it. as in his mind, as Krillin says, okay, as just let them come and they'll see our power. As Goku says, Goten, you wanna train with me in the hyperbolic time chamber, or you wanna train by yourself in the gravity room? As Goten says, I'll train by myself in the gravity room. As Gohan here, let's say he's gonna train for about a year in the gravity room. As Goku goes to the hyperbolic time chamber and he says, he says, hello Kami. As Kami says, hello Goku. As Goku says, I need to use the hyperbolic time chamber. He says, yes. As Kami says, I've also added a gravity room there and upgraded it. How much gravity you want, it will go there. As Goku says, perfect. As Goku says, hey Piccolo, you wanna train with me? As Piccolo says, sure. And here, instead of Goku going to planet King Kai's planet, it was actually Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin who went there. Kami took them there. And Piccolo was training with Goku. Gohan trained for some time in the gravity room, but he got bored training alone and went to his father, say, perfect, another gravity room. And I'm in the hyperbolic time chamber with my dad. And Gohan here actually likes fighting because he has all the time in the world to fight. He has all the time in the world to fight because he learned everything. Now let's just time skip 1 year passes as they've been training. Goku has just been training them since he didn't need to train a lot. His power kept on growing and growing and growing. Since Goku's power was at septendecillion, let's say Goku, when I said he was at septendecillion, let's say he was at 500. Now Goku is at 800 septendecillion. Piccolo being a power level of 500 million. Gohan, since he had his Super Saiyan Blue, let's start with Super Saiyan God. Gohan at the Super Saiyan God will be like octillion. Then after octillion would be like, let's just check the power level. Gohan in this Super Saiyan God is at quadrillion. It's a super quadrillion is weaker than quadrillion. His Super Saiyan God 2 hexatillion. His Super Saiyan God 3 is at septillion. His Super Saiyan Blue is at octillion. Now Gohan in his base form his power level after training, let's say, since his power level at first in his Super Saiyan Blue, it was at hexatillion, Super Saiyan Blue, but since training in 1 year now, it just passed that to octillion. Now in his base form, Gohan is at the power level of 800 trillion, and there's Z fighters they've been training with King Kai, so they got a little stronger also. And they've been getting far and far stronger, and so they've been training and some stuff. 1 year passes as Vegeta and the others come. Let's just time skip to where they were fighting. Now Krillin says, I'll take that one, but Yamcha says, no, I want to test my power. Now Yamcha at his base form is at 1 million, is far stronger than Nappa or Vegeta. And in his Kaioken times 1 is at 10 million, I think, times 2 about 23, 30, but he can only stop at 30. Now Krillin in his power level, now Tien is at power level of 5 million. And he goes to Kaioken times 1 about 15, I think, and 2 about 25, 3, 35, something like that. Krillin is at power level of 10 million, come on, 20, I think, times 2, 30, times 3, 40, something like that. Yeah, and Krillin says, okay, you can take him as Yamcha says, I'm gonna take you in a second. as Nappa says, you wish, kid. As Yamcha says, oh, I wish. He says, oh, I don't wish. I am gonna. He punches Nappa. Nappa coughs some blood and flies away and says, what? How can a low-life human, how can a low-life human punch a Saiyan elite like me? And Nappa here goes back flying and start to attack Yamcha, but Yamcha has been blocking him now and blocking. And after some time, Nappa saw that he was getting beaten up. And on the other side, instead of Goku fighting Vegeta, Piccolo said he'll fight him, and Piccolo's power level here is at 80 billion, even stronger than Frieza. He's at 80 billion here. Okay, that's about Piccolo's power. That's his full true power. He's at 80 billion. That's his true power. Even the Z fighters are stronger than Piccolo. Now Piccolo, being at the power level of 80 billion, starts attacking Vegeta. Vegeta being overpowered says, Nappa, the Bloods Wave. And when they do the Bloods Wave, Vegeta, I said he was at the power level of 80,000. Now he goes to the power level of 800,000. Nappa being at 500,000. And Yamcha's here is like, Yamcha's seeing this that he's still too weak, and he says, you're still too weak. He powers up to his true power, to his full power at 2 million. Let's say Yamcha was at 2 million. And after he goes to a power level of 2 million, he starts attacking Nappa. And even though that Nappa was at his Uzaru form, he couldn't stand Yamcha, and Yamcha powers up a giant Kamehameha wave, and he aims it at Nappa. Nappa, he tries to disperse the blast, but he dies with it. And the other side, Vegeta being beaten by Piccolo. Piccolo just parting, since Piccolo was about, let's say, using not a lot of his power, but a little, and he uses about 50% of his power, and it was like he was at 40 billion, and he says, let's go. And he starts, yes, Vegeta starts attacking Piccolo, but the punches are not even phasing Piccolo. Piccolo says, I've enough of you, I'm gonna kill you. As Goku says, don't, just make him pass out. I have some plans for Vegeta. And as Piccolo says, okay, and he punches Vegeta in the stomach and chops him in the neck, as Vegeta passes out and goes back to his normal form. As Piccolo is saying, hey Goku, what are you gonna do with Vegeta? He's saying, I'm gonna train him. He says, what? Why would you wanna train him? He says, well, he wants to get on revenge on Frieza, and he wants to kill him himself. So I'm just gonna train Vegeta and make him join us. Having another Saiyan here, could be really a help. And as Piccolo says, fine. And just for you guys to know, Dr. Gero died when Goku first arrived on planet Earth, since he was fighting with Piccolo. And so Dr. Gero died, so did the Red Ribbon Army and other stuff. And Goku here is like, Goku, as Piccolo says, okay, Goku, fine. As Goku gives Vegeta a senzu bean, as Vegeta saying, what? Get away from me. Says it tries to call his spaceship, but the spaceship was destroyed. As Goku says, Gohan, he says, we destroyed your spaceship. As says, why didn't you kill me? What did you mean? As Goku says, I had some plans for you. As Goku says, If you want to defeat Frieza, then you'll have to stay here and train with me for a year and join us, as Vegeta said. Ha, why would I do a low-class Saiyan like you? This green man is even stronger than you. As Piccolo laughs a lot and says, you think Goku is weaker? Goku could defeat me with just a finger tapping on my head, as so could he to you. As now Vegeta starting to tremble, and says Goku said, my son is even stronger than the great as Piccolo. As now Vegeta gets a lot scared as Goku says, if you want to defeat Frieza, then you'll have to train with me. As Vegeta says, for 1 year, Vegeta says, fine, I'll join you and train with you. Well, guys, this is where I'm gonna leave it now. I'm gonna do another part.